We're talking about dreams today and how to interpret them. So the first thing you'll want to do after you have a dream is write down certain details, and I'm going to tell you what those details are. The first thing is color. Were there any specific colors in your dream? This is why it's important, because colors actually relate to emotions and relate to certain chakras in your body. So for example, if you have a dream that's very heavy on the color green, green is related to your heart chakra. So it might be some way you're feeling about a relationship or a passion in your life or something like that that is unfulfilled, or somebody in your life that you want to have a better relationship with. That's just an example. The second thing you want to write about is any objects that you see in the dream. So it may just be as simple as there was a chair, there was a door, there was a key, something like that. And you'll see why you want to write about that in a minute. The third thing you'll want to write about is any animals or specific symbolism you see. So you may see like a butterfly or a deer or an owl or something like that. Make sure you write those down. Animals have huge symbolism and symbolic meaning in our dreams, but even in our waking life. The next thing you'll want to write about is who did you see in the dream? Now, when we see different people that we know, they don't always mean something. What I found as an energy healer is oftentimes my clients or myself will have dreams related to a certain person, but it's just an old memory that's passing through, or it's just a person taking the place of the actual message in the dream, but it's still good to write that down. Especially if that person has passed away. They may be giving you a message in your dream, but that's for another video. So now that you've written all those things down, the important thing here is to write down just like a quick, maybe synopsis of the dream, and then pick out the different symbolism. So for example, I'll just give you an example of a dream that somebody I know had and talked to me about the other day. They had a dream that a ghost was trying to shut a door when they were trying to open it, and there was a key involved. So I took that dream and interpreted it as, there's something in your life that you feel is either an opportunity or something that may be coming down in your future that is either not correct for you, or you feel like doors are slamming in your face. That's pretty easy to interpret, but there's sometimes more to it than that. There were different people in the dream and ghosts and things like that, but an easy symbolic message. If you're seeing animals, I recommend looking up the meaning of those animals, especially if it's like 1 or 2 or 3 really prominent animals in the dream. Definitely go search those. And you can just search, what is my spirit animal, or animal guardians, or something like that, and type the name of that animal. There's so much information out there about these things, but just pick what really resonates with you and what's going on in your life. I also forgot to mention actually numbers. If you remember a number specifically to the dream, that's another thing to go look up. Look up that number. If it's like 333, or if there's 3 numbers attached, or if there's only 1 number, go look up the symbolism of that as well. Remembering that there's so much information out there, but just really pick out what resonates with you. The other thing is, if there's phrases like words that you hear repeated in the dream, that's another thing to write down, because you're going to recognize that, ooh, this phrase actually means something to my life right now, or put it in combination with the color or the symbolism of the animal or the person. It will all kind of tie together. Now, if you are thinking, okay, this is just too much, I still can't interpret this dream, there's too many things going on, contact somebody like me, a psychic medium, or somebody that you know that is really good with interpreting dreams or is a psychic, and we can help you figure out the actual meaning of it based on speaking with your spirit guides and angels. A lot of times I'll have a dream that I don't understand, even going through this entire process. So I will go and ask my divine helpers what they mean, and they'll show me the real meaning to the dream, which will make a lot more sense than how I was interpreting it. However, there are a lot of messages in dreams that you can interpret on your own. If this is interesting to you, please send me a message. If you have questions about specific dreams, also send me a message too. But hopefully this helps you to interpret your dreams in the future and get some more meaning for your life, because this is always coming from the divine.